What's going on YouTube and all you drunken misfits out there? Germany Glass here, aka I'm really motherfucking drunk y'all tonight. And today we're actually going to be talking just straight out a conspiracy theory on my part, and probably a conspiracy theory on a few other parts, on multiple things that's going on right now. First off, we're going to talk about the media coverage of the Kyle Rittenhouse case. Now, the media coverage in this case has not been very drunk here now, has been not needed throughout the entire case because it was a clear evidence of self-defense from the very beginning. There should not have even have had to been a trial, but being the world we live in and the media we live in and the super liberal leftards out there that think it was not self-defense and that Kyle Rittenhouse should be put in jail for murder, they had to do coverage on this and had to do a trial because these people are fucking plain out retarded. No other way around it. If you don't know about that case, Kyle Rittenhouse shot and killed two BLM supporters and rioters over in Seattle. On top of that, he has shot another that pulled a gun on him, and it has been all deemed self-defense in the verdict of Kyle Rittenhouse. He's been acquitted of all crimes because it was self-defense. From the very beginning, it has been the self-defense. There should have never have been a crime or trial on his behalf. He should have been acquitted from the very beginning because it was very obvious it was self-defense. But that's not the conspiracy we're here to talk about today. If you don't know, just as the Kyle Rittenhouse trial was ending, let's see if I can pronounce the name. I cannot pronounce the name. Maxwell's trial, let's see, Ghislaine. Ghislaine Maxwell's trial. Ghislaine Maxwell, that's what we're going with. Ghislaine Maxwell. Her trial has just began as the Kyle Rittenhouse trial has ended. Which, by the way, Kyle Rittenhouse trial had mass media speculation and coverage on, why Maxwell's trial has had nothing so far going on with it media-wise on the news. And at the same time as her trial begins, we now have the Wisconsin parade attack. Now, is this coincidence? No, I do not believe it's coincidence. I believe the government has staged this whole, not staged in a term of the whole Wisconsin attack, because there have been deaths and many injured, which it is a tragedy. But do I believe the government has set this up and put this whole thing in motion? Yes, 100% I do. Because they want something to distract from the Maxwell's trial. So, first off, if you do not know about this, Waukesha, Wisconsin, I think that's the pronunciation. An 8-year-old boy became the 6th person to die in the Christmas parade tragedy of Waukesha. His family announced on Tuesday 5 adults were killed and more than 60 other people were injured after the driver of an SUV plowed through musicians, dancers, and onlookers during a holiday ritual on Sunday in Milwaukee suburbs. The suspect in the attack, Darrell E. Brooks, 39, appeared in court on Tuesday, that is as of yesterday, or today if you look at it, as prosecutors formally charged him with 5 counts of first-degree intentional homicide. Sobbing as prosecutors recounted what had happened at the parade, prosecutors said they were expected to file a 6th homicide charge. A court commissioner set Mr. Brooks' bail at $5 million. Now, this is the part that pisses me off. If his bail was set at an actual fucking bail before this man ever got out to commit this crime, because his bail, if you do not know, he had sex trafficked. Let me calm it down. Get my words straight. I know I'm a little drunk tonight. He had been part of sex trafficking a 15-year-old girl who is pregnant now. I don't know if he got her pregnant or what that is about. Beforehand, he had been part of this and other violent crimes, and his bail was set at $1,000 as a mistake by the district attorney, who is now putting it off on his employees. And then he was released on this $1,000 bail that was a mistake, and then he committed this crime just in time for the mass media to start putting his trial and everything going on with him. I'm talking immediately, a couple days later, he's already in court for this. While other people have taken years to be put into court, he is put in immediately for this. And there's mass media coverage, but yet we have still yet seen anything on the Maxwell's trial. Coincidence? I don't think so. Because if you look at the Maxwell trial, for those not following the Jeffrey Epstein story, in the past 2 years have felt like driving around a curve that never ends. Maxwell, for Epstein victims, it will be an opportunity for justice long denied for the rest of us. This is an article that I'm reading straight off the article. It may be our best and last chance to unravel the Epstein enigma. For you don't know, there was a big, huge sex trafficking ring around the whole Epstein story and the Maxwell story. Epstein, if you do not know, he hung himself in his own jail cell. By the way, Epstein didn't kill himself. And he was going to pretty much incriminate mass governors, politicians, A-list celebrities, and so on, world leaders, and all this stuff. All of a sudden, he hung himself. And now the Maxwell trial is going through for she's still alive. Maxwell is being tried on six counts, including conspiracy to transport underage girls to engage in illegal sexual activity. The indictment cites 4 victims who prosecutors say Maxwell groomed between 1994 and 2004 when the women were minors, some as young as 14 at the time. Prosecutors allege Maxwell befriended the girls, took them shopping and to the movies, and delivered them to Epstein to be abused. This whole Epstein story and Maxwell story is beyond all belief huge and should be covered by fucking mass media, but it's not being put out there. I have to look this stuff up just to give you the details while talking to about it. But why this man who got out on $1,000 bail by accident, which just doesn't happen in the court system. It doesn't happen by accident. They say it does all the time. Somebody like this, he had over 50 accounts of priors of assault with deadly weapons, evading bail, and all kinds of other missing court dates and everything else. That does not happen in the court system. It is not an accident. He was set loose by our government to overshadow the Maxwell trial because the Kyle Rittenhouse trial ended too soon to overshadow the Maxwell trial. They do not want you knowing about this shit. Look it up, people. Put knowledge in your own fucking mind about this shit. And yes, like I said at the beginning of the video, and the title of this video, this is all just a conspiracy theory on my part of what I believe is going on in our government to cover this up. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's what's happening. This is what they want you to see. This is what the media wants you to see. The media shows what they are told to show, and the media puts out what they are told to put out. They do not put out what they want to put out. They do not put out what's in the best interest of the American people. They put out what they're supposed to put out to divide us, distract us, whatever it's supposed to be to accommodate the government. That's what these people put out. We need to wake up, people. Look up into it for yourself. Don't listen to the media. Look into this shit for yourself. Know the facts. Understand it. Learn this. Better protect yourself because our government is corrupt. I am a huge Donald Trump supporter and a Republican supporter. But at the same time, I also know whoever they put at the helm of this ship, they're going to distract from something. They're going to lie about something. There is something they are always going to hide. You need to educate yourself on this stuff. I ain't going to go too crazy into it. We're already 10 minutes into the video. I ain't going to go too crazy into it. Like I said, look into the Maxwell and the Epstein cases yourself. You're going to see the facts there for your own self. You're going to see everything you need to know about this. All right. Let's see. Epstein's trafficking ring. In depositions and media interviews, Epstein and Maxwell trafficked her to Britain's Prince Andrew Allen, I can't pronounce that name, former New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson, former Democratic Senate Major Leader George Mitchell, and late MIT computer science Marvin Minsky. The MC2 model agency co-founder Jean-Luc Brunel, I think that's how you pronounce that. They've all denied the allegations. These are high-ranking people of society that are being accused here. That's why this stuff is being covered up. Look into it. The Waukesha, Wisconsin parade tragedy is that. It is a tragedy. And don't get me wrong, if it was up to me, this man would have a bullet in the back of the head before the end of the week, and the trial would be done and over with. The man doesn't deserve to live. That's my opinion about it. If he is 100% the man behind all this, I'm not saying we don't go without trial. If he's 100% the man who ran these people over and killed them, just undisputable truth, put a bullet in the back of the head, be done with it. Don't put him in the jail system. He doesn't deserve food. He doesn't deserve a bed. Put a bullet in the back of the head, throw him in a fucking dumpster, and let him rot. But they are using this. They're using the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. They're using whatever they can to cover up this Maxwell shit. And people need to look into this Epstein Maxwell stuff. Educate yourself. Educate the people around you. Do not let this go overlooked. Because if it goes overlooked, who knows what they're going to get away with next. And these people here, trafficking underage girls, they deserve a bullet to the back of the fucking head just as much as anybody else. They deserve their balls chopped off, their dicks chopped off. They deserve their fucking goddamn vaginas and clits fucking pulled out with a melon baller. And then they deserve a bullet in the back of the head at the end of their suffering. That's what they deserve. That's all I'm going to get at. As always, stay motherfucking drunk, y'all. And apparently in this case with the conspiracy, stay motherfucking woke, y'all.